Ugh. Uh-uh. Sit. Come here. Sit. Don't ignore me. Sit. Sit. No. Come over here. Come here. Come. Sit. Sit. Lay down. Stay. Good morning. Good morning. It is so nice to be home. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning and welcome to Coffee Talk. He's so sneaky. How is everybody doing this morning? I hope you're well. It's Monday. Yay! Don't you eat my hair. Don't even think about it. So we have realized that Knox sleeps from essentially the time we take his water away. So, well, in theory. So Michael took his water away last night at 6 o'clock and he slept till 6 o'clock this morning. So, winner, winner, chicken dinner. Oh my God, I'm so tired. So anyway, we are home. Obviously, Charlie was so excited to show everybody her earrings, and Olivia's pissed, so pissed that her little sister got her ears pierced before she did. So I got to deal with that. But I have no regrets because I wanted to do it and I wanted to surprise Charlie and she deserved it. So, anyway, so I wanted to talk to you about marriage. A lot of people who have followed me for a while and listened to me talk about my marriage ask me, you know, different questions, and some of them I understand. Like, if you're happy with Michael, why do you have so many male friends? If you're happy with Michael, why do you travel so much? I understand. There are some people who really find security in a traditional marriage. They want their man to be the only male presence in their life, the only source of male energy. I respect that. That was never me, but I respect what makes other people comfortable. I need to say this. This is the truth, and Michael knows this. This is not, this is nothing I haven't said to him or wouldn't say to him. Michael and the way he loves me could never be enough for me. If that was all I had, if he was my only source of love or fulfillment, it wouldn't be enough for me. Michael and I work because we've built a life around the love we are capable of giving each other, not the other way around. We are very honest about our wants and needs. We are malleable in our marriage. You know, Michael never wanted to be my everything. He personally can't take on, he couldn't take on that burden. Like, if I were to say to him, like, Knox, come here. He hears the kick. Come here. Come here. Sit. Sit. Good boy. Down. 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 Stay. If Michael was required to fulfill all my needs, to fill all my cracks, he would fail. He would fail and our marriage would never work. If I were to be responsible to make Michael solely happy, if I was the, like, end-all be-all for him, it would never work. It just wouldn't work. I'm not enough for him. And guess what, guys? Guess what? That is okay. Like, a lot of people would be like, but you're not enough for your husband? No, I'm not. Just like food, you need water, you need air to live. You could have the best air in the world, but if you have no water, it's not going to work. You could have all the clean water in the world, but if you have no food, you're eventually going to die. Like, I need friends, girlfriends, boyfriends. I need, come here. Come here. Sit. Down. Stay. I need different energy. I need friends who like different things. If those friends happen to be guys, that's fine. I'm a big girl. I understand that you can have a friend who doesn't, like, want to, you know, or doesn't take your clothes off. Maybe they want to, but they don't, you know, whatever. You know, I could not in this marriage be required to give up the things that make me happy, because that would put the burden on Michael to fill all of my cracks. He would fail. He would never succeed in this marriage. If I took away the traveling, if I took away my career, if I took away my friends, and I said to Michael, here I am, just love me and fill all the parts of me that have been filled by all of these beautiful friendships and relationships and this fulfilling career and all of this. Nope, it's just me and you. Now fill. Michael would be like, holy shit, I quit. I can't do it. I can't do it. But we have gotten to a place in our world or society, I guess, where we're so keen to highlight the marriages that fail that we don't take the time to celebrate the ones that work. And when we focus on failures, we assume everybody who has an unconventional marriage will fail. That's just the truth. Like, if all you see are people getting divorced, I understand why you would think eventually Jamie and Michael are going to get divorced. They can't go like this forever. They're apart all the time. They blah, 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 blah. I get it. But I think there are so many more of us making their marriages work for them instead of working for their marriage. And no one person can love all parts of me. No one person can love all the parts of me. It's just not humanly possible. I would set Michael up for failure. There's just no way he could fulfill all of the... Listen to me. One of the things that turns me on more than anything in the world is classic hip hop. You know it, I know it, he knows it, everybody knows it. It speaks to my soul on like a molecular level. Classic hip hop and R&B it swims inside me. My husband doesn't know anything about Hola Kayla. My husband doesn't know anything about that. Okay? Kayla, perfect example. This morning I was watching videos of Romeo Santos. My husband doesn't know anything about Romeo Santos. Can you imagine if I didn't have anybody else in my life that I could speak to about Romeo Santos, or about LL Cool J, or about Big Daddy Kane, or whatever? But to take it a step further, if I want to go see Romeo Santos in concert, if I buy tickets to go see him, that is not, my husband can't fill that in me. He doesn't want to do that. He doesn't know who it is. He doesn't like him. Well, I don't know if he likes him because he doesn't know who he is. He doesn't speak Spanish. He doesn't get it. I have friends, some guys, some girls, who love Romeo Santos, who would love to go see that concert. I can't not live that part of my life. That's just one part. Like, people have commented, they've written me messages like, you travel so much away from your kids, blah, blah, blah. Listen, to those mothers who can stay home every single day with their kids, or, and I'm not talking about the ones who have to, that's different. Compartmentalize that for a second. Financially, there are mothers who have to, some are single mothers and they have to, my heroes, not all heroes wear capes. Some of them are single mothers. Let me put you over here. But to those of you who could do more with your life but choose not to, no judgment. None. I just couldn't do it. It's just not who I am. My children can't fill all the parts of me. And guess what? That is unfair to put on them. You know? So anyway, all I'm saying is that it is okay to make your marriage work for you, not work for your marriage. It is okay to say, well, I know that this isn't the norm or this isn't what everybody else is doing. And by the way, there are 3 parts of love in life. There is a love from a spouse, love from friends, and love from self. Hopefully God is in all 3 of those. But not everybody believes in God, so I'm going to talk about the ones here on earth. Love from spouse, love from friends, love from self. It takes the trifecta to fill most cracks. Some of us have cracks we can't fill with a spouse, with friends, or self, so we self-medicate. I'm working on that. I don't really self-medicate a lot. I do it like once a month, but when I do it, it's not good. Ay, Kayla, si tú sabes que yo te quiero mucho. So it takes all 3. Spouse, Andrea, thank you for sharing. Spouse, friends, self, to fill the cracks. If I take away friends and if I take away friends and I take away self, that leaves all the burden on Michael to fill my cracks. He can't do it. He just cannot do it. He doesn't want to. He does not want to. That's the other thing, is there are husbands who want to be everything to their wives. That's like, you know, I can do it all. I'm going to just pour into you. Y'all, it's not realistic, okay? First of all, there are certain times that only girlfriends can heal what is hurting in you. Michael doesn't give me the verbal affirmation that my girlfriends do. When I say to Danielle, I miss you, she goes, oh, I miss you too. I miss you more. That's what I need. When I say to Michael, I miss you, he goes, well, okay. I'm like, thanks, babe. Thanks. So I just share this with you because I know that there are a lot of people who feel like either they've cornered themselves into a marriage that feels like it isn't working, but they're not brave enough to say, here's why it isn't working. This is the other thing. Don't let anybody paint you into a corner in your marriage where you then feel like it isn't working. If I allowed society or my in-laws or my family or anyone else to dictate what my marriage should look like, Michael, listen, D. Michael's a cold stone with his words, but he's a hot sword with his sword, so we're good. If I allowed people to shame me and guilt me into changing the parts of me that work for us, Michael and I would be divorced, because all the burden would be on him to fulfill me, and he can't do it. He cannot do it. He physically, mentally, and emotionally cannot do it. This isn't a slight against Michael. Maybe it's a slight against me, or maybe it's just the truth. But there is no way that my husband could fill all my cracks. It's just not possible. And I got daddy issues to boot. Raise your hand if your dad died when you were young and you carry around all these daddy issues. Me. And you know what's really sad is my dad was one of the good ones. Had he lived, I would have had no daddy issues. But because he died, I got all these daddy issues. So I'm just saying, you know, let you fill your cracks the way you need them to be filled. I would prefer that you don't do it self-medicating, because it's not healthy for any of us. But outside of that, if you need friends, if you need trips, if you need girlfriends, if you need a job, if you need a male friend outside of your husband, because sometimes you just want a male perspective that isn't your husband, it's fine. It's fine. People go, Michael doesn't care that you have so many guy friends. I'm like, I'm not speaking into their penis. No. He doesn't. Is this thing on? Ow. Can you get your... Just trying to be your friend. Anyway, I love you guys. And if anybody, I see a lot of comments for people saying, wow, I never thought of it this way. I just want you to know that, you know, that's my truth, and maybe my truth could be partly your truth too. I love you. I love you, and I want you to have a great, great day. There is a share button right there. Maybe you could just hit share and share this video, because thank you, Melissa. Because somebody needs to hear this. Right now, somebody feels terrible, and they shouldn't. So just share. All right, I love you guys so much today. Have a great, great, great day.